And here we are. This is my entry to Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. It was a level design contest that ran in December of 2018. That's when the submissions were due. And after 4 years in the making, it's worth the wait. Well, it's not out yet, but the results were made public. And yeah, this is my level. It's called Y.M.C.A. And out of 176 entrants, my level got in 106th. Not the most thrilled. I wish I'd gotten higher, but that's okay. I was able to escape the dreaded Hell tier. And really, the contest was really close. Like, a lot of the things that separated the different places were like 0.2 and 0.4 points off. It doesn't really matter that much what place I get in, just the overall score. At least this level wasn't, like, terrible, I don't think. But I'll be discussing some of the reasons that this level's not the best later. But for now, it's the mini-boss, whose bullets are not synced to the cannons properly. That's what you call time budget right there. I did get this in before the deadline. I considered resubmitting, but I didn't want to have a late penalty, because I knew that would hit my score pretty hard. A lot of entrants in the contest would have placed higher if they hadn't had the late penalty. But yeah, that mid-boss is custom, it's called Titan Gyro, and falling down here is not advised. Yeah, telegraphing a pit with an NPC. Not one of my finer moments. And here we are in the Hornet Man section. This one's pretty cool. It has these carries here you have to shoot and dodge the little bits of metal, I guess? Bricks that come out of the carts. I don't know exactly what it is they're carrying. I always assumed it was like bricks or something, but it's probably bits of metal or something like that. Anyway, here they are in Hornet Man's stage. And yes, I know that Hornet Man already got a new stage, but this is like Hornet Man with extra steps. But yeah, the basic theme of this level is that you're going through the same area, but with, like, different layouts and theming, but I don't feel like I conveyed that very well. And that's probably what leads to part of its inconsistent design. That, and just the fact that there's a lot. And here's Squidon, the most used mini-boss in all the contest, except mine's blue. Also, another critique I have of this entry, this Pluto remix. I made this, and frankly, I'm not thrilled with it. But it is what it is. Here we are back in Jewel Man's section, going up this time. I tried to incorporate bits of, like, going around the level design. It's like backtracking, but without the backtracking. I thought it was a cool concept, but it could have been executed better, and it ended up being confusing. And the whole, like, mishmash of seemingly random stuff was a big critique that some of the announcers seem to have in the contest, and I imagine that'll be a big thing with the judges, too. And plus, some of those designs just unclear as to where you're supposed to go. Like, are you supposed to go up to this teleporter, or are you supposed to go to the one over there? This is for the bonus section here. The judges, thankfully, weren't very... Well, the judges weren't in the stream, I don't think. Okay, well, on the results stream, at least one judge was there. Mick was a judge for the contest. Pyro was not a judge. And Ace was also a judge, so 2 judges. They were fairly easy on this, but they were fairly easy on all of them because they were sugarcoating a lot of it. You'll have to wait and see what the actual results are to see what the actual things are. And here's where one of the nickels is. And here we are in the MaGMML section. And here's one of my favorite parts of this entry, the force beams. They spin. They're tiny because I was told that at full length it would look kind of janky for the precise force beams to be the way they are. And I can understand that. I think it looks pretty good too. An opportunity to utilize Ice Wall there if you don't want to go to use Rush Coil. For some reason I made these guys weak to Ice Wall, even though it doesn't make much sense for a weakness. Maybe Tornado Blow would have been a better one. But they already die in one hit to it anyway, so it's kind of pointless to have it be a weakness, isn't it? Maybe if they had more help. But they don't, because if they did, it'd be a pain. Extra boss fight! This guy's a bit of a secret boss. He's not very threatening. But it does offer a very nice pickup, so... not so bad. Anyway, I would definitely agree with the gripe of it being way too long. Like, in the first playthrough of this, I imagine it would take you 11 or 15 minutes to play through this, and that's borderline too much. And that's without any deaths. If you're new to this level, and you get some of the, like, tricky sections, hoo-wee, you're in for a shock. Not thrilled, if I'm being frank. And here we are in Cheap Man's section. And some of the design's just a bit jank, but I do like some of the sections. Like, for instance, I like this part where you have to memorize where all the platforms are as you hit the buttons in order to access the other areas. I think that's cool. A little memorization game. I feel like if I designed this level more consistently, and perhaps made it a bit shorter. Definitely if I made it a bit shorter. Oh! Here's the section where I use the a song from Phantom Breaker, Battlegrounds. It's the same one that plays in Launch Man and Shuttle Man stage. Bruh. And here you're about to see another reason why I'm not too thrilled with my entry. The music doesn't start back once you resume. Yeah, that is a problem. That's more a bug with the music changer in the engine, but the fact of the matter is that I still used it, even though even though it was broken. I could have made my own music changer object. I mean, I made custom enemies and all that. But these things happen, so what can I really say? These balloon guys I thought were pretty cool. I could have made a level with just these balloon guys alone if I'm... Honestly, quite incredible. But yeah, I like the balloons. I think you could do a lot with them. I could have made a whole level about them, specifically. But I didn't. And frankly, I don't think I would have wanted to. I think I could make this concept work now. Did not be so, like, for lack of better words, bad. This isn't scripted or anything, so sorry if I'm repeating points or whatever. I'm kind of just doing this live as I play the level. Oh boy, these guys. They're not so bad. Especially at my level. Oh, that's cool. Why did they go down like that? I don't know. Devious. Another token. Are we gonna try and get it this time? Sure. This token's not too bad to get. As I struggle and just die. I did it perfectly on stream not on stream, on video, the other time. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the tokens, too. I don't think that they're too unfair or obtuse. Or obscure. I'd say I put in a mixture of tokens with this. Some of them are challenge-based, some of them are skill-based, some of them are observation-based. And I didn't put in all that many tokens. There's just that one in the board section, the one here, and then another one a bit later on here. Overall, reception to this level was fairly positive when it was being worked on. I think despite the jank, a lot of people liked the concept. It's just, I didn't really have the ability to fully realize it. I was very ambitious, and frankly could have done with a little bit of restraint, if you will. But yeah, just pretend I got that token. It's possible. Here we have the vertical scrolling section, which I thought was pretty cool. You don't see many of those. And most of the time people don't like auto-scrolls, but I think this one was pretty well paced. Here's B-Blader, another fun mini-boss. This one's one of those Challenger from the Future enemies. And if there is one key change I would make to this level, to improve it greatly, it would have been the addition of Glooper. Justice for Glooper. And here's this section. This is kind of like a real test of a mishmash of all the other stuff earlier, which I think is a pretty cool concept. Wouldn't have had this guy, though, because that's just mean. And also, he wasn't introduced in the main part of the level. I planned for the board section to be the main part of the level, but it didn't happen. Either way, this is what I was kind of going for. I wanted to have a section where all the stuff was introduced together, where you could just have a challenge with all the stuff! And yeah, this is kind of another thing that's similar to the other theme, just wrapping around. That's the theme I was going for, but I didn't really do the best job of communicating it. Consistent design is the key, people. You have to make your level design elements consistent. I probably wouldn't have had the music for the different levels be in here. Warning. Updrafts may cause undesired death. Proceed with caution. This definitely could have been telegraphed a lot better. I'm impressed that I didn't use all that many signs in this level. One complaint with some of the lower tier levels is that they all have like signs with text in them. They're attempts at like either comedy trademark or they're just not that useful. I only have 2 of them. One is just at the beginning to explain what Y.M.C.A stands for, and then the other one is just telegraphing something that probably could have been telegraphed a lot better, frankly. As for why this level is called Y.M.C.A, that's for me to know and you to find out. Is there an important reason for it? Probably not, but I like the idea of making people go crazy trying to find an explanation for it. We humans have a knack for trying to find order in the midst of chaos. And this section is one of the most janky sections in the entire level, and one that I would frankly probably redesign. Not because of its design, but just because of engine bugs. The problem is these fans and how they interact with ladders. Because if you were to, like, jump on this ladder from the fan and get blown over to the side, that'd be instant death right there. And overall, not very fun. And here is the boss corridor with some foreboding music to play. Some of the more astute might notice that this song is very much almost a remix in a sense. More or less it just takes the motif from the boss corridor music from Metroid Fusion. Just obviously in a lower key. Well, not lower key, just lower octave. Anyway, here's the boss. Psych! That's the boss. Featuring music from Off, because I thought it'd be good. And plus I was kind of pressed for time and couldn't think of a good music choice. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. You might recognize this guy. He's from this obscure game called Super Smash Bros. May have heard of it. I don't know, doesn't seem all that popular to me. But yeah, he appears as a boss. And the reason that he appears as a boss is not for anything significant. He's just there. And because I didn't have time to implement the other one. He can also grab you, which is bad. But you can break out of it with a charge shot, or you could just jump over it, or just use a charge shot when he is going for the grab. Oh. Now he's going into his second phase! Where he glows rainbow. And now the stuff he throws is starting to be more threatening. There we go. I'd probably telegraph his counter a bit better. But I think I did a pretty good job. More or less amounts to experimentation. Most people are going to try and fight him Buster only anyway, so I imagine people will find out that he's weak to the Mega Buster. As for why he's weak to the Mega Buster, I don't know. Not a very good way to design bosses. Mainly so I could have a justification for stuff like that. He is not really a tornado blow kind of guy. Anyway, but yeah. I feel like it was a fair enough exchange for not being able to deal all the damage in the world to him. Oh, that's a good one when he misses the grab. Such a good animation. If the animation for getting hit by the Buster were that good, that would be awesome. Also, recoil from the shots would have been good. But I was kind of on a time budget. And that one just straight up didn't play an animation at all. But yeah, I don't think he's that hard of a boss, once you get used to him. Oh yeah, he throws Power Piston at you sometimes. I thought that'd be a good addition. And I think it's a good addition still. Power Piston, my beloved. And there we go, he's dead. So yeah, before I collect the energy element and the level, let's see if I can collect some closing thoughts. All in all, it's not a bad level in my opinion. It's not one of the best. I liked the concept a lot, but like, I could have executed it way better, I recognize. And as for any critiques I think people might have, I think it boils down mainly to it just being too long, being a bit scattered and confusing, some janky level design in some places. The bugs are probably going to cause it to take a hit, though its functionality score was surprisingly high. And, well, frankly, I think that's about it. This is coming from the perspective of the person who made it, so I'm a bit biased, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for listening to my lackluster commentary. And good luck once you play this level in the game.